Welcome to Amusings with Chelsea and Angie. I'm Angie. Chelsea's not on this episode. She is busy doing stuff. So I have my sister, Adrienne, here. And say hi.
Hi.
There you go. Today we're going to talk about a show called Traitors. It's on Peacock, or as I say, Peacock. And it's a kind of reality game show. Basically, it is 20 players. They have half normies, like you and me, and then half reality show people. You have one from Below Deck, Summer House, 2 from Survivor, 2 from Big Brother, 1 from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Of course, that's Brandy. And for some reason unknown to me, Ryan Lochte from the Summer Olympics in Rio, gold medal. So everybody shows up in Scotland at a castle, and they're met by the one and only Alan Cumming, who looks fabulous in every episode. If you don't really want to watch the fighting of the game show, just watch, because he's got some really, really snazzy outfits. So basically, everybody goes into the castle after he welcomes everyone, and they sit around a big round table. And he has everyone wear a blindfold and tells them, if I tap you on the shoulder, you are a traitor. Everyone else is what they call faithfuls. And so Alan walks around, does his thing, and then they go off to do a challenge. And every challenge, they have the opportunity, if they complete the challenge, to add money into a pot. At the end of the series, they would have up to $250,000 in this pot to win. So they do the challenge, then they come back to the castle, everybody breaks off, has dinner, lunch, whatever. Mostly it's eating and drinking. And, of course, that is where part of the game becomes who's a traitor. So, after dinner, they all come together at the big round table again and decide who they're going to banish. And it's kind of like Survivors, where they vote people off. Mm-hmm. They basically say, you were acting kind of weird during the challenge, so I think maybe you're a traitor. And then that person would go, I don't know what you're talking about. I acted normal. And so there's a lot of that. A lot of... At the beginning, it was very little stuff. Like, oh, he was too loud. He said he didn't like him. Oh, we should vote him off because I think he's a traitor. So they go around, write their name on the little blackboard, and the person with the most votes gets banished. And before they leave, Alan says, come to the circle of truth and tell us whether you're a traitor or a faithful. And they stand in the circle and say, I can't believe you guys did this to me. I told you, I'm a faithful. And then they leave. And then, there's more drinking and, I really thought they were a traitor, blah, 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 dang. So more discussing, and then everybody goes to bed. Then the 3 traitors Although they don't know how many. They don't know how many there are. In this case, there are 3, I just told you. Put their little cloaks on and then go up to what is called Traitors' turret, which is far away from everybody else. And the 3 of them meet and they take their little hoods off and say, oh, you, no, oh, you, I didn't know. So then they discuss who they want to, quote, murder. And they're like, oh, well, so-and-so, they mentioned your name. So, if we want to, make people think that you're not the traitor, maybe we should kill them and get them off the show. So then they discuss amongst themselves and write the name of the person on the little scroll. They give the scroll to Alan. Alan slides it under that person's door, and they read it, and it says, on the behalf of the traitors, you have been murdered.
You did. And
so they're off the show. And the next morning, when they get to go to breakfast, I don't know, this is very weird. They come in batches of like 1 or 2, and they knock on the door. Why would you knock on the door to the dining room, whatever? So they knock on the door, and then they open the door, and it's, oh, you made it, blah, blah, blah. So they do that, and then find out who got murdered, discuss amongst themselves, and then it's off to another challenge. And it continues like that. The very last episode, not going to give it away, but in order to win the money, I think there are three or 4 people left at the end. And if there are no traitors in that group, you split the money. However, if you did not root out all of the traitors, and even one person in that group is a traitor, they get all the money and you get nothing. So it's a very interesting concept. I would love to see another season. I recommend it if you want to see people just turn on each other like nobody's business for like the slightest little thing. So it's on Peacock. I like it. I like it a lot.
If I play, I'd want to be the traitor and want to go all the way to the end.
Yeah.
I want the money.
Yeah, me too. The other show that I watched is called Poker Face, also on Peacock, and it stars Natasha Lyonne. If you liked Knives Out, the first movie, and the second movie.
Haven't seen it.
Oh, it's good. I mean, it's not as good as the first one, but anyway. So it's written by Rian Johnson, who was the director and writer of both of those. And it stars Natasha Lyonne as Charlie Case, who is a blackballed poker player who can't, she can't play in any poker games because she was blackballed for cheating, which she didn't do. She can just read people's faces and tell if you're lying. So the guy that blackballed her gave her a job as a cocktail waitress. So she's like, thanks. You're great. So she's been doing that since she's been blackballed. Then her friend gets murdered and she ends up on the run. But the thing is, in each episode, you see how the murder is done and who it is done by. Then it rewinds and you see where Charlie fits in and solves the murder. like there's one where her car breaks down in this small town in, I think, New Mexico. And you see the murder.
Mm-hmm.
And then the person that was charged with the murder, and then it rewinds and you find out that she met that lady in the bathroom and she actually saved Charlie from bleeding out. And then she's like, no, there's no way that lady did it. You know, she was telling me the truth. Every time somebody lies, she says bullshit. So get used to hearing bullshit, but okay. Then there's another one with the barbecue. The guy gets killed at a barbecue place in Texas, of all places. Barbecue, whatever. And it turns out Charlie was working at the barbecue place.
The restaurant. Okay.
Yeah. Now, it is kind of her fault that the guy died. And I say that because had she not given him the DVD Okja, that's OKJA, don't watch it if you like meat. It'll make you cry. So he read that, or he watched the DVD, and the next morning he cried and said, I'm vegan. So that led to him getting murdered. And I'm not off meat. I like meat. I just now hate Jake Gyllenhaal because he was a jerk in that movie. Yeah. So, and then this latest episode, the two ladies were murdered another man at a retirement community. It's Judith Light and S. Epetha Murkison. That's Chief Van Buren from Law and Order, and the mom from Who's the Boss.
Oh.
Yeah. So they're like 70s radical ladies, and they ended up? Is that a word?
Uh-huh.
Okay. They killed this guy that had just moved in, and then it rewinds, and you find out that Charlie was working at the community and was friends with them and smoking pot and hanging out. So I think there are 4 episodes out now, I think. So yeah, that's really good. I liked it. It's good. I enjoy it. I think I'm going to watch Lockwood & Co., which is a new series on Netflix. And I'm on season 2 of Miss Scarlet and the Duke on PBS. So I'll let you know how that goes. I don't think anything else.
Yeah.
I think that's it. If you have any suggestions of what we should watch, anything, I'd say books, but let's be honest, I'm not a reader.
Considering you had to listen to your last one?
I did have to listen to Prince Harry's book. So, anime, I'm on the Wano arc on One Piece. Waiting for more Black Clover, waiting for more Fire Force.
I'm not too thrilled with the new Trigun. I mean, I'll watch it to see how it goes, but it's not as good as the original.
Well,
nowhere near as good as the original.
I love the original Trigun. That's why I'm bashing your knives.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm waiting for the new Fairy Tale. I think there's supposed to be one coming out. Where they do the 100-year,
Oh, the festival thingy.
No, the 100-year job.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So waiting for that. I haven't seen the new Bleach yet.
Yeah, well, I got through the first arc. There's supposed to be a second arc. I don't know when it's coming out, though. I had to read most of it because I think they only had 3 episodes dubbed.
Oh. So, if you have any Demon Slayer coming up? Are they coming out with new episodes?
I think they're supposed to be. Because I finished what they had so far. But I didn't see a date for the next arc.
Okay. So, if you have any suggestions on anime, any TV shows,
Because I know I'm going to be watching Flash
starting Tuesday,
Wednesday.
And then the new Ant-Man comes out on the 17th, I think.
Well, we're going to be going to see it, so.
Yeah. The only other thing I've been doing is aggressively crocheting. Oh, yeah, I have seen an episode of The Last of Us. Let us know if you want to talk about The Last of Us and the Mushroom People, and we can do that. So I guess that's it. Little short podcast that we have here. Leave us an email at amusingswithChelsea&Angee@gmail.com.